The lady who's going to come up and talk to you now is one of my lieutenants, ever-growing team, very specialised in the makeup and beauty therapy world. I'd like to invite Sue Vonwiller to come and talk to us. Thank you, Sue.
Hello everyone, can you hear me? Yeah. Right, you have to bear with me, it's the first time I've spoken today, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm a beauty therapist, I have my own salon, and as my team has grown, I get a lot of people saying to me, I love the makeup, but I don't know what to tell my customers. I don't know what this is for. I don't know how to use it. So I thought I'd just go through sort of some basic steps for you today and explain a little bit about the products. You know, if you know what your products are, you know, and you have that knowledge, that product knowledge, you know, you're going to have that confidence to be able to tell them why they should be buying, you know, our FM makeup collection, which, you know, I mean, I have to say, I love it. I'm really impressed with all the makeup. It's fantastic. And I didn't have time to change my presentation, but I do believe we've just won another major award in Poland, as voted for one of the most popular women's magazines in Poland, which I'm not even going to attempt to try and pronounce. But we've won, I think, for the lipstick, one of the lipsticks, and also for our Better Glue Can range. So I think that's really great. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit of product knowledge. I hope I don't bore you, but we'll move on anyway. So just to let you know, FM makeup products, they're mineral-based products, and they use only natural products. Okay, they're really, really good quality. This you have to sort of emphasise because they really are. Because they're competitively priced as well. Some people might tend to think that they're a cheaper product. They're not. Their quality is amazing. We have a really extensive range for all skin types. We're particularly proud of our black skin range as well, because, you know, it's quite, there's not many companies that do such a wide range as we do in the black skin department, and it's fantastic quality. And also I'd like to say, you know, when you are selling makeup or trying to makeup or anything, it's really, really easy to link sell or upsell products. Yeah, and we'll go through that a little bit later. And you know, that's just going to boost your retail. So, you know, people are going to come back again as well because they want something else that will go with something else, will go with something else. Another thing I'd like to say is that all of the products are paraben free. There's a tiny bit of paraben in the silicone base, and that's all. But silicone is quite, it's a large molecule. It doesn't penetrate into the skin, so that's just basically a paraben is a preservative. Okay, so but everything else is paraben free. So we said they're all mineral, and they contain lots of mineral components. So they've got. You're going to read through like the brochures that we have. You know, our lovely brochures, and you'll go, oh, mica, what the hell is that? But you don't need to explain to people the component, the mineral component of mica. You need to know that it helps to illuminate the skin. Okay, we've got zinc and iron oxide, antibacterial, and they nurture the skin. So it's also going to help, you know, if your clients have got, or your customers have got sort of inflamed skin or prone to acne or anything like that. It's also almost like they're wearing a sort of treatment on their face as well. Okay. We've got titanium dioxide, and that's a natural sunscreen as well, and it refracts the light, so you get this luminosity in the makeup, which is really nice. Sunscreen, really, really important. The UV rays, we're all very aware of, you know, the damage sunbeds do, etc., etc., but we're exposed all the time. So if you have a product that's got a natural sunscreen in it, you're giving your skin an element of protection there. All right, so because it's got mineral qualities, the allergy risk is really low, unless of course you're allergic to minerals, but then can't do a lot about that one. But you know, most people can try our makeup, and you often hear people go, oh well, I tried this and I came out in a rash. And I've never ever had, in my personal experience, anyone have any reaction to that. It doesn't mean to say it wouldn't ever happen. You know, allergies are very bizarre things, but you know, the risk is quite low. Yeah. So I just skipped a bit there, but the mica mixed with the titanium dioxide, as we said, and the zinc oxide, it gives that perfect coverage and a natural coverage, and it's really good for covering up and treating and blemishes, blotches, and other imperfections. Okay. So going on. So the way I like to do it is I tend to do sort of like perfume and makeup parties, but I also sell to my clients. But a really, really guaranteed way to sell your makeup range is by demonstrating it, okay? If people try the products and see them on and see the results they're going to get with them, they're going to buy. They're really, really going to buy what you recommend. They might buy all of it, they might buy 3 pieces, you know, or they might just buy one, but they will usually buy more than one, to be honest. And that sounds daunting. It's, you know, a lot of people go, oh my God, I don't know what to do with makeup and I'm really scared. But it's about having your knowledge, have your product knowledge and a little bit of practice. And, you know, I'm going to give you a few tips and hints. Sorry, God, I need a glass of wine. But try the products on yourself. If you're scared to do them on someone else, get in front of a mirror. Sorry guys, we can. But get in front of a mirror, girls, ladies, and try the products on yourself first. And just, you can work out a really simple routine. It takes 5 minutes to do, but the results are going to be really good, okay? Keep it really simple. You don't need to go and do sort of carnival makeup or anything like that, but just keep it simple. So there's also lots of resources. FM Cafe on our FM website. There's some great step-by-steps by Camilla. It's her name I can't pronounce, but Camilla, and she's a brilliant makeup artist, and she's done some really good and easy to follow step-by-step. So that's a resource for you, for us, and they're easy to follow. Try them at home first, you know. So let's take a look in a typical makeover, what you could do if you had a group of ladies or gents standing sort of, you know, in a makeup party situation. What's the sort of products we can use and then, you know, and recommend, okay? So the first step I would do, you're going to widen up your range here, is cleanse with the Micellar lotion, okay? Now that's it's a really effective and quick makeup removal product. It's alcohol free, so it doesn't sting. A lot of products contain alcohol, and that really can inflame the skin, and a lot of people react quite violently to it. It's water based, and it's got soothing rose petals. Rose is really calming, so it soothes and tones the skin, and it's got micelles, hence the name Micellar. And they're tiny particles, and they absorb dirt and pollution. It's really effective. It eliminates all the impurities, all the pollution, with just a trace. So basically, just put a little bit on a cotton wool pad. If you can slightly dampen your cotton wool pads beforehand, that's really good. Because if you're going over the eyes, you don't want to get traces of cotton wool stuck in the eyes. It's really irritating. And just, you know, just cleanse the person's skin very quickly. Okay. It's really pure, and it's going to leave the skin soft, and it's going to look quite radiant, okay? Your next step, moisturise with one of our B-Glucan Active range, the award-winning, should I say, B-Glucan Active range. So you can use the face serum, the moisturising, the rich or the semi-rich cream. The face serum's probably more suited to people with sort of acne-prone skin, or people have breakouts, oily skins, etc. And if you're going to do a makeover, I'd probably go for the semi-rich. You don't want it to, you know, moisturise the skin, but you just want it enough for the makeup to sit on beautifully. Okay. This range is really rich in essential fatty acids, especially this time of year. Essential fatty acids are really important for our skin. They deplete all the time, and that's what helps to, amongst other things, but it helps to sort of keep the collagen structure and the elastin structure in place. Yeah. Oat beta-glucan, that supports the collagen synthesis. Collagen is a natural occurring product in our skin, and this it depletes, like everything depletes as we get older, but that depletes as well. And if you think of it, collagen, elastin, I always like to think of it as like your underwear on your face. So if you think of your dress as your makeup you put on, and your collagen products are like your support knickers, ladies. That's what keeps it together, and that depletes as we get older. So anything that you can put onto your skin that helps to develop that and to stop it depleting or even stimulate it is really, really good. Okay. It also prevents water loss from the epidermis. Now, we lose loads of water all the time just through being in central heated places, although this one not today. You know, and if you think of it, you know, your skin dries out, it's naturally going to sort of show more wrinkles, etc. Okay, so it also improves the skin's elasticity. And if you moisturise before the makeup application, it's going to help you achieve a great base. It's going to stop the makeup flaking, and it's going to stop the skin sort of sucking in all the product as well, because you really want to stay on your face, not inside. Okay. And I'd always like to blot the skin after applying the moisturiser, or you can wait for a few minutes. Okay. Not used to talking this much. Oh, what have I done? So next, I'm going to go on to our silicone base. It's one of our top selling products, and it's basically I like to call it a celebrity secret. You know, when people are on the red carpet, they're always going to use a silicone base or anything under their makeup, and think of it as like a poly filler for the face. So what it does, it sits on the face, and it's going to fill sort of in any sort of cracks, lines, and wrinkles and imperfections. All right. I wouldn't use it every day because it is almost like a sort of silicone over the face. You need to make sure you take it off, you know, when you cleanse your makeup off, you need to take it off. But we'll go on to that. But if you have a special occasion, or, you know, you're going out somewhere nice, put the silicone base on and your makeup will stay on all day. It won't slide off your face or anything. Okay? So use this after your moisturiser, but before the foundation. Okay, people always ask me that, when do I wear it? So, under the foundation. If you've got oily skin, don't worry about the moisturiser, just skip it. And use just a tiny, tiny amount, okay? You don't need a huge amount. People sort of go, oh, the tube's not very big, but honestly, it lasts for ages. So, it's going to, as I said, it's almost like a poly filler, and it smooths, and it conceals the minor wrinkles, enlarged pores, and it also helps to make the application of foundation easier. So it's almost like you've got a really smooth surface instead of makeup going on something like that. Okay? It's enriched with vitamin E, but it feels silky, and it's suitable for every skin type. Now, what I like to do is also, I'll always put a little bit on the back of people's hands as well, and they would then just see the difference in their skin and how that makeup, that foundation is going to sit on them. Okay? The other alternative, if you want to use something every day, and it's a really good treatment for the skin as well, is the Beauty Primer. It's one of our new products that's just come out. It's one of my favourites. And that's really great. You can use that every day, and it's for all skin types, okay? It contains hydromanil. Now, that's a plant-derived product from the tara tree, and that actually helps to really deeply moisturise short-term and long-term. It's actually been proven in scientific tests. It also contains hyaluronic acid, another naturally occurring acid in our skin, but hyaluronic acid basically attracts water to your skin, okay? And so that helps to augment the amount of moisture in your skin. So the more moisture you have in your skin, the better it's going to be. Yeah. Helps your makeup stay on longer, and it helps to even out skin tone. It's got a slight pinky pearl colour to it, so people sort of shy away from that, but you can happily use it on dark skins. It's not a problem. It will just give you a nice added glow to to your complexion, and it just helps because it refracts the light. It also helps to conceal any imperfections or wrinkles. It's got specially chosen ingredients in it, and they absorb the excess of sebum, so it gives that natural pH balance on your skin, which is what everyone wants to achieve. And it's got vitamin E, that's antioxidant, free radicals all around us, pollution, sunlight, you know, you name it, and that really ages our skin. So these antioxidants help to sort of eat up the free radicals, as it were. As I said, it's got a delicate pink colour, but it is suitable for skin tones. But it actually livens up the skin, so it makes you look a little bit more refreshed. And it's got a really nice formula. It's really creamy. It's easy to put on your skin. It's not too heavy. It's nice and light, and it helps the makeup stay for longer. So next step. So we've done our cleanse. We've done one of our moisturisers, and we've done either our primer or a silicone base. So now you're going to move on to your foundation for your client. So we've got a really good range of foundations. If you like people that don't like a lot, you know, they like something really light, then go for the CC cream. It's Colour and Care cream, if anyone's wondering what it stands for. It contains an SPF 15, so again, we're protecting our skin from the sun. And it's great, it's almost like a tinted moisturiser, so it's great for those who want a really light coverage, but it also has elements in it that care for your skin while you're wearing it. It's moisturising, it soothes and smooths, and it's also, as I said, it contains ingredients that help to improve elasticity and to help prevent wrinkles. So if they want something a little bit heavier, a little bit more coverage, then choose the Second Skin foundation. There's only 3 shades in that, but they adapt perfectly to sort of most skin types. To test foundation on people say, I don't know what colour I need. Don't test it on the hands. Put a little stripe down their cheek, or you can put 1 or 2 or 3 there. Just wait a few moments and you'll see which colour is nearest their skin tone. Okay, that's how you're going to test it. And make sure you've got good light as well. You know, don't do it in a darkened room because it's going to look a bit strange. Advanced foundations, some people like or need a heavier coverage. It's lovely foundation, again, good coverage but without the mask effect. A really good tip as well with foundation is just to make sure you warm it up slightly. So if you're doing a foundation on people, then I would recommend that you use the foundation brush. Links out, see what I did there? Right, so, but just like rub it around your hands so it slightly warms before you put it onto your skin, okay? If you're doing it on yourself, you can use a brush or you can use your fingers. In that case, just like rub it together on your fingers and then dot it. And it will warm, it warms the foundation, then it sits nicely on the skin. Dark skin foundation, very similar in texture to the Second Skin, but with it's got higher light reflecting pigments, and that really helps to illuminate the skin there. So next, we're going to go and conceal any imperfections. Always choose a highlighter, a concealer, slightly lighter than your skin type. So, and it just it can lift the skin. It's got slightly heavier coverage than foundation. So if you've got any spots or like dark circles you want to cover, that's the one you want to use. It's got water and silicone, and it's got, again, light scattering pigments, and that illuminates the skin and gives that refreshment to the skin. Again, you don't need an extra brush for that. The brush is in the tip. It screws up, the product comes out, and you can just rub it on there and just dot it very gently. And if you want, you can pat it in with your third finger. So dark circles, a good trick is to actually look down, so into the mirror, and then you'll actually see where the shadow is. If you've got puffy eyes, don't put it on the puffy bit, put it on the darker bit, because otherwise it's just going to make the bag look bigger. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, now we're going to fix it. I won't say Jim will fix it because that's not very politically correct at this time. I'll show my age, isn't it? We've got mineral loose powders, and they contain aloe, silk, green tea. I'm sure you've all heard of the benefits of green tea, full of antioxidants. You know, really great products, and they again help with the UV filterage. Okay, there's no talc in our loose powders, so the skin breathes properly. There's no blocking of the pores. So use that powder to fix your foundation. It helps to make it last all day. So it also, if you've got someone with quite an oily skin, it helps to mattify the skin and give quite a flawless finish. So what you want to do, you want to get your brush and maybe tip a little bit of powder into the lid and swirl it round into the lid. Tap it off before you go on the face, because otherwise you're just going to end up with loads there. So nice circular motions, okay? And use more if you need more coverage. You think, that looks a bit red or something. Put a little bit more on, but always, build it up. Don't just go straight in there, okay? Choose a slightly lighter shade over your foundations. Alternatively, you can use one of the pressed powders. I don't like to use the powder puffs that come in it, but I would use it again with the brush, so you can always sell your customer a brush. There you go. Aye, go. So next step is your eyes. So we've got a load of eyeshadows to choose from. Lovely colours, real fantastic, exciting range. If you're going to do a makeover on someone you're not very confident, I would probably stick to very basic colours. You don't want to be doing peacock blues and reds and things like that. Browns are really neutral and tend to suit most people. But greys or greys, browns, sometimes some purples. Okay. So we're going to start with our eyeshadow base. Now, if you just pop some of that on your eyelids, that's going to make the eyeshadow last all day. It stops it from creasing and wrinkling as well, because I know sometimes you put your eyeshadow on, girls, I'm sorry, maybe some boys, it sort of disappeared within the hour, but not with that once, and especially not if you use the eyeshadow base. We've got the cashmere eyeshadows. They're matte, but they've got a really high percentage of pigmentation on them. So if you want sort of a little bit more of a dramatic look, or you just you really like that boldness, they're a really good one to choose. They're great for dark skins and, as I said, for a more dramatic look. We've got our duo eyeshadows. Now, you don't even need to think about those because they come in complementary tones. So, if you're going to put on sort of the lighter colour, and you can accent it with the darker one. Great for daytime. They're quite a nice subtle one to choose. Okay, and then we've got our mineral loose eyeshadows, high pigmentation. Again, they've got more of a shimmery finish, so great for evening. If you're going to put them on, again, be careful. They do sort of flake a bit, and you can end up with half of it on your face. So, good tip to do is put some loose powder just sort of stuck under your eye. If you put it on there, then put your eyeshadow on, and then you can just brush the powder away. But always tap your brush before you put your eyeshadow on, because otherwise it's just going to fall down your face. Right, your triple mineral eyeshadows, they're really nice as well. Really great to do a smoky eye with, yeah. They're pressed powder, great pigmentation in them, and they've got a slight shimmer. Okay, so you've got your 3 complementary tones there. If you use the middle tone, that on the eyelid, and then the darker tone sort of in the crease, and then you can use the white one to highlight. Okay, that's the way to do it with these. So making your eyes pop. Right, so once you've done your eyeshadow, make sure you always blend. It's blend, 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 blend. Keep blending, That's what makes it look nice, it makes it look natural. So apply an eyeliner along the lid near the lash line. The automatic eye pencils are great. They're really soft, but they don't smudge or break, and they're waterproof, which is really good. And they come in a great range of colours to suit everyone. Also, my big thing is it's got the sharpener in the end. Yay! So you don't need to search around your makeup bag for a sharpener for 3 days. That's what's happened to me before. You can also use along the lower lashes or in the waterline. The waterline is like the inside of your eye. Okay, this guy's going, what? For a more dramatic look, you do need a little bit of a steady hand. Try the liquid eyeliner. It's almost like a calligraphic pen, so it's quite easy to do. But obviously, you've got. It's not gonna, if you like that, it's not going to work. But you just need a steady hand. Try and rest your elbow. It's a good tip. And don't sort of do it that way, but draw it sort of along the line like that. So almost like a pen. Yeah, it's waterproof. It's great. No Alice Cooper looks. People like who's that? So as you can see, we've got lots of colours in our pencils. Sorry. Mascara, lovely lashes. We like to flutter our lashes. I'm not blessed with huge long ones, but I know some people that are. So you can finish your eyes off with one of our 3 mascaras. It's my product that my desert island product is mascara. I would never go anywhere without it. But we've got 3 different types. So your Hypnotic Black Mascara. It's a straight brush. It's one of the more simple to use, but it gives great separation on the lashes. 3-step mascara, the one with the strange wand that everyone goes, oh my god, how do I do that? It's special brush. It can get the really short hairs, so that's really good if you've got people with shorter eyelashes, okay? And it gives a fuller look while the brush lengthens and separates. And then we've got the new one that's just come out, which is really nice too, the Volume Design Mascara. So that gives you a huge, really great volume on your eyelashes. So if you want something a bit more dramatic for the evening. Also, when you're doing your mascara, a good tip is like if you're doing it on yourself, then sort of look down into a mirror. But if you're doing it on someone else, get them to look you sort of straight at your chest. If they're sitting down. Yeah, so it says, look at my boobies and spoon. Sell loads. I do have a top on when I say that. Just like to define your brows and frame your face. Well, your eyebrows, they say, are the coat hangers of your face. Well, there you go. Define brows. They're quite important now, and it's very on trend at the moment, is to have your brows quite well defined, and they can really make a difference to your whole look. Okay, so we've got our automatic brow pencil or the tattoo brow tint, and you can give definitions and substance to the brows. So use small feather-like strokes, so really tiny feather strokes. You don't want a big drawing on of the eyebrow, but just like little tiny strokes. Okay. The automatic brow pencil, again, it's 2 shades. It comes with its own sharpener. Obviously, if you're fairer, then go for the lighter colour. If you're darker, go for the darker one. Although, I know there are a lot of, it's quite fashionable now at the moment to have quite dark brows. But if you're doing a makeover on someone, you want them to look natural, then I'd probably go for, the lighter one that suits their skin colour. And then we've got the tattoo tint as well, which it comes in 1 colour, but it's precise application. It doesn't smear, and it gives quite a natural finish, and it's very long lasting. You can also use it on black eyebrows. Okay. So Lash and Brow Creator. Oh, I like this. This is one of my new favourite products. It's just come out. Now, so it's got 2 ends to it. So you've got a white end and a black end. Use the black end to set your brows, so it just keeps them, if you've got some unruly brows that need taming, you can just set them, just brush it on, and then just brush it how you want it to be. It's got amino acids and vitamin B5, and the white end you can use as a serum, a lash conditioner. You can either use it on its own at night. It will help to condition the lashes, help them grow a little bit. And you can also use it under the mascara. And as I said, the black gel's got that, it grooms the brows. So I think it was Stephen Bourne actually said to me that his wife used it on him, and he said it was great. My brows stayed in place all day. So I'm sure he won't mind me repeating that. But, we do know some men with some little tentacles sticking out, so just get that gel brush on there. So on to their husbands. So blush. Right, so once we've done all our, I will be blushing in a minute. Once we've done all our makeup, well, we need to give a little bit depth to the face. So if you've done all your makeup and you don't put any blush or any contouring in, it's just going to look quite flat. So we want to give some three-dimensional look to it. So your blusher adds your colour and your depth to the skin. It can give your cheeks, forehead and nose a really healthy sort of look. So apply sparingly. Yeah. Again, put it in, tap it off. You can always build up the colour. Okay, you don't want to go in there looking like, little Miss Muffet or something. So choose a matte blush. Most people, matte depends, sort of age related as well. Matte blush for the day, and a baked blush has got pearl particles, and that's really great for a sort of shimmery sun-kissed look, or great for the evening. and this is a really general rule because there's lots of different skin tones, but as a general rule, your pinks are going to look better on your fair skin, while your corals are going to be better for your skin tones, okay? But as I said, large brush, tap off the excess, smile, because we always smile in FM, don't we? Yeah. And a little bit on the cheekbones. You can see there, I sort of highlighted the bit where we need to put it, yeah? So there, and then just sweep upwards towards that, okay? So, bronzed beauty. Oh. So, to accentuate your bone structure, again we're talking about giving dimension to the face, contour it, and it gives depth, it gives warmth, and use one of our mineral powders, either the bronzing ones or the matte ones. So again, swirling your brush into your bronzer and tap it. We were always tapping. You want to apply the bronzer to the areas of your face that the sun would hit naturally. As you can see there, I've got, I think you can all read it, on the outside of the face is sort of the areas that you want to contour, and you really want to sort of bring out the middle of the face, because that's going to give like an inner luminosity to your face, alright? So if you put the bronzer on these areas around, a good tip is to do almost like a 3, yeah, so you sort of forehead down just below the cheekbones and slightly along the chin line, okay? That helps to disguise any sort of double chins that might be occurring, and blend, okay? And then use some of those really nice, really funky tiger print highlighters. Anyone tried those? No? Yeah, I love them. That's my favourite product. I love the new products they brought out. They're really great. So you can use one of those again, swirl it round, and that's where you want to highlight, down the centre of the face, on the chin, okay, and sometimes a little bit on the upper lip as well. And that's just going to bring light to the centre of your face, and everyone's going to be staring at you, oh, you look gorgeous. What else there? Lovely lips. Okay, you can use your lip pencils to outline and enhance your lips. We've got contrasting and matching shades, so it's usually nicer to match your lipstick to your lip liner. There was a phase, I believe, in the 80s. Well, I used to use sort of contrasting ones that looked a bit strange, but there you go. Every fashion has its day. Nourishing, waterproof, with built-in sharpener, again, really important. Twist up, twist down. They're nice and soft, but they don't smudge, and they match the extra rich lipsticks. Those lipsticks contain waxes, oils. They're very nourishing on the lips, and they've also got a UV filter. So again, we've got that very important sun protection. And you can always use, for a glossy finish, one of our lip glosses, or alternatively, the new sort of hybrid ones that are a lipstick and a lip gloss in one. They're really, really nice, and they're one of the products that have won this award in Poland as well. Okay, upgrading. So, when you're chatting to your customers, it's easy to link and upsell, as you can see. You could do a basic makeover with just those products, okay? But then what we're going to do. So, you know, you got your foundation on. She loves the foundation. Just explain to her how much better, how much longer it's going to last when she uses the primer or the silicone base, you know, and how, you know, she's a bit shiny, how to get rid of that shine with the fixing powder. Use the bronzer blush or a mineral powder. Explain them how to contour. So they need a brush to do that. We've got a great brush range, yeah? And show them the fantastic new highlighters to bring that luminosity to the face. The mineral powders they send, do they have good brushes? Again, with the eyeshadows, do they have good brushes? We do a great kit. So, do they clean it? Do they clean it? How many of you clean your makeup brushes? Not many hands, no. So I wouldn't even like to look under a microscope to show you how much bacteria is in our makeup when you don't clean it. We have the spray one, is really good, especially if you are doing makeovers on different people. It's very important that you're hygienic, so you don't want to put the same brush that you've had on someone's eye onto someone else's. But we've got great cleansers, and it's quick to do, because no one cleans their brushes because they can't be bothered, because it takes too long to dry them. With the spritzer, you can just spritz them, wipe them until they're clean, they're done. You know, it's really easy. You don't want to sit putting bacteria on your face. Okay, we do a brush holder now as well. Keep your brushes together. So your lipsticks, this time of year especially, we get chapped lips, so why not recommend the sugar scrub as well, and the matching lip liner for a precise look. So what can you think of, guys? Can you think of any products that you could link and upsell together in our range? I'll have a think about it. Okay, so that's just a brief example of some of the makeup range that you can use in a makeover, and you can use all of them, you can use some of them. Add in other products that are your particular favourites. The ones I use are the ones probably that I've outlined today, but there are lots of other great products. You know, the baked bronzing powder is fantastic in the summer, and you can use that on your body too. You don't need to use it just on your face. Don't forget about our nail products. The nail varnishes dry so quickly. Has anyone noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah, they dry really quickly. I did mine this morning and I didn't smudge them. It was amazing. You know, and the drying spray, again, buy nail varnish, buy drying spray, buy treatment for the nail. And if you're nervous about applying makeup to someone else, just maybe demonstrate a bronzing powder. Just get your brush it in, and do a 3 on their face. Okay, not in the middle, right? Just around the edges, on both sides. And check out the makeup tutorials. As I said, FM Cafe has some great step-by-steps by the, I'm going to try here, Kamila Kowalska.
Yes.
Yes, there you go. And look online as well. There's some really good, if you go to YouTube or anything, there's some really good makeup tutorials, step-by-steps. You could just look at, try them out, you know, and quite basic ones as well, just to give you that little bit of confidence, because when you're at a party and you're doing a makeover on someone, you know, there's probably quite a lot of pressure there on you, but if you've got that knowledge, that product knowledge, and just a little bit of you know, practice, and you've watched a few videos, you know, that gives you that confidence. So a few that I would recommend are LisaEldridge.com. She's a big celebrity makeup artist, or Pixie Woo. Okay, they're really good ones. I've recommended and referred those websites, but I haven't got any pay for that. So, dear. Then practice, just practice on yourself, you know, and do your makeup yourself, or on someone else. Guys, grab your wife, grab your sister, grab anyone. Okay, and just be confident. Just be confident in your product knowledge, okay? And it's going to shine through.